Silverback. Just waking up, baking up to Juice Radio. Kool-Aid in my cup. Check out my melody. Check out my melody. Y'all don't get it, forget it. What up, melody? Radio for indie or industry, R&B, EDM or MCs, hip hop. Send in your MP3s, EP singles or full CDs. Straight to rotation, cut loose. What's that radio station? The Juice. Hey, this is Kool-Aid. And when I'm in Minnesota, I listen to the radio station, The Juice. Like you should.
Miss a good thing till it's gone. Now I'm stuck sitting here thinking what went wrong. I had a good man, he was right there in my grasp. How could I mess that up? I just don't understand. Cause when you got it, you don't want it, ain't that how it goes? So then you switch up, but you slipped up, bitch, you must be slow. How you picky and still choose the ones that's iffy? Can't identify real love if it came and slapped you with the blicky. Oh, no, not again. But I love him, he's my homie, love a friend. It's like a sin to me, don't know what's got him into me. Just like a game, take another spin. Steady losing, though I'm playing to win. Love how it's killing me, this toxic masculinity. He says I'll never have a good thing, but he's wrong. So I'm stuck sitting here knowing all along. He was a good man, he was right here in my hands. Prayed to God that I could have him in advance. But when I had him, I ain't wanna make that how it go. Instead I slipped up, picked the one that's only meant for show. This ain't new to me, quite frankly, this is true to me. Tried to leave him double back, put on that red nose like a goofy. Oh, no, not again. But I love him, he's my homie, love a friend. It's like a sin to me, don't know what's got him into me. Just like a game, take another spin. Steady losing, though I'm playing to win. Love how it's killing me, this toxic masculinity. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just can't keep loving on you. More I wanna change my ways, it only stays the same. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just can't keep loving on you. More I wanna change my ways, it only stays the same. Stays the same. No, not again. But I love him, he's my homie, love a friend. It's like a sin to me, don't know what's got him into me. Just like a game, take another spin. Steady losing, though I'm playing to win. Love how it's killing me, this toxic masculinity.
Hey, y'all, that was Ep8, Toxic right there. That's a Minnesota artist. Shout out to her for that dope music. Love it so much. Welcome to the Juice, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's Melody Waters live here in Juice Studios. Gratitude for everyone that's been tuning in. Welcome to Monday night. So I have a dope artist. I said artist. Good Lord, child. It's been a day, y'all. Look, it's been a couple of days, okay? So I do have a dope guest here tonight with me. I'm excited to bring y'all on and let y'all meet this man. He has been making waves across the city recently and just doing all kinds of amazing things. And I'm excited for y'all to meet him and get to know a little bit more about him and what it is that he's doing and why he's doing it and how he can help you in any situation you need. So allow me to introduce to you Ronnie Guy, Sir Fix-A-Lot himself. Welcome to the Juice. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, gratitude for being here. It's my pleasure. So for the people out there there's some people probably who haven't heard of Sir Fix-a-Lot yet. They're going to if they haven't yet. And so for those out there, or for the people who really don't know a lot about you or how you got to be where you are today, let's talk about it. Where did Sir Fix-a-Lot come from? How did this get started?
Sir Fix-a-Lot. Well, I do. I'll start with, we can go into the services and stuff later. I was tired of working for people, and that's what life's about sometimes, is working for somebody until you can get ahead and work for yourself and know the blueprint on how to do that successfully. It started with me doing construction work and doing laboring for another company in concrete, and I was pouring concrete, picking up bricks and blocks all day long. And at my age, it's the the cement and concrete world is unforgiving. It's pretty strong and tough out there, and I told myself stick with it. And I was working for this company, and they were utilizing me to frame and form concrete, and I would take wood and frame that and pour concrete. And I found a niche in that company being their framer, and waking up at 5 a.m. and being at work at 6, doing 12-hour shifts, working for union work. And it took a toll on my limbs. And I told myself, it's time to either pick a different profession or do something different, So I actually started working with wood. I started working with wood more, and, concrete's a little tougher than wood. And I went with the wood, and I actually became great at me framing things. It started with framing sidewalks and anything you'd pour concrete in. And I then took the show on the road and started doing side jobs while I was working for this company, framing houses, framing fences, framing all sorts of things to, the end goal is to get something the client wants. And I ended up taking on a lot of jobs to where I was able to quit working for another company and start working for myself.
Nice.
And trials and tribulations throughout the years. Yeah. You fall short at things that you're learning, and you gain experience through that. And
right.
I just gained enormous amount of experience through problem solving and taking on jobs that I could handle. And after a while, it becomes something you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your company. You can't just start a company with an idea. You have to actually stand behind it and be willing to have sleepless nights and empty pockets when you pour into something that you believe into. And, starting my own company, I had to start with my own tools. I had to start with my own referrals. I had to start with my own education and knowledge of it.
Right.
Do you go to schooling for this? Do you learn this trade through programs? And, there's all sorts of ways you can pick up carpentry and learn. And some things are self-taught, and a lot of people sell themselves short and don't teach themselves, when you can be the teacher and the student at the same time. And, I've had a lot of shortcomings to where I've learned how to bid jobs and know my value and know my worth, and bid accordingly, and not be scared to hear no, not to be scared to hear rejections, or we're going to go with a different estimate, we're going to go with a different contractor. Those are all things that help me hone my skills better and allow me to realize where I can excel in when I find something. So investing in a company is like key. And doing that, it takes, sometimes you've got to make money to make, to make money. You have
it takes money to make money, right? That's what they say.
I get the money from the clients, and I invest right back into the company.
Right.
Get that tool I didn't have before, get that piece of equipment I needed to make my job easier for the next build. And, as I'm building houses and garages and treehouse, all sorts of things, I'm building fences.
Tree houses is lit.
Man, I got a story.
I want a tree house.
Man, I've got to show you some tree houses I built for. It was called Elements, and it's a EDM festival for like 3 days. And
Oh, nice.
they flew me out to where was it? Pennsylvania, and I stayed out there in
What?
tents and the NASCAR racetrack area,
It's
and made a build for a couple weeks. Made some tree houses, made stages, and all of this was for this EDM festival to basically I worked 20 days prior, and then all of a sudden those 3 days was the event, and afterwards I would have to break everything down.
oh
So
yeah.
7,000 people came in for those 3 days each day, so it grew to like 20,000 people coming and going, are partying. So I'm like building treehouse,
Dang.
grown adults to play on like a jungle gym, only to tear this beautiful work down 3 days later. But
That's the sad part.
man, they kept the tree houses up. We took down a lot of other stuff,
That
but
is
they
so
kept the
lit.
tree houses because this was last year, and now this year they utilize the tree house.
Yeah.
They keep moving forward with their EDM festivals. But I'm always being
That is so
booked
cool.
left and right, in town, out of town. So I ended up having to invest in myself so I can take on certain jobs. And right when I think I've got some money in the bank, I got to turn around and utilize it to get more equipment and keep the company. So it's coming. It's coming along. Sir Fix-a-Lot. I ended up one of my favorite cool rappers back in the day was Sir Mix-a-Lot. And so I ended up taking that name and Sir Fix-a-Lot, and a lot plumbing company. That's something came close to what I was shooting for. But this is carpentry, and this is contracting, and this doesn't just host plumbing. It hosts electricians to come in and carpenters and make huge builds and keep going. And Sir Fix-a-Lot was a name that stuck to me, and a lot of people, assume that I fix a lot. So I end up
And you
having to,
do.
but I end up trying to not be a jack of all trades, and I try to focus on just my skill set and
Yeah,
craft.
that's real.
But it's important for me to touch a lot of different work out there, even if it's not my skill set, just so I have knowledge of it and I can bid it accordingly or talk to a client openly and consult them about their needs and make sure that their needs are met. And in order to do that, I have to know some of the trades that I'm housing, whether I have a licensed plumber on the team, a licensed
Yeah.
electrician that's bonded. I still have to oversee a lot of this and bid accordingly.
Right.
So
Right. That's the part bid accordingly. So you do kind of have to know a little bit about what that person has to do and what you're kind of getting the whole team into. I feel that. That's real.
yeah, no, real. And then I
That's a heck of a learning curve, huh?
man, and I see these kids, the youth, they're asking, how can I get started? And
Yeah.
people's answers are Summit Academy, and that's a great academy to be a part
Yeah,
of.
for real.
I didn't go that route. I self-taught myself through jobs that I've had when I was working for companies.
Yeah,
And
that's nice.
a lot of people that own homes, what do we call them, homeowners, they like DIY. They like to do it themselves, and I
Yeah.
always encourage that. And if you ever follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see that I'm doing DIY projects left and right, and these
Yeah.
homeowners, they can do it. But let's just be honest, some of them are successful at what they do, and they don't want to swing a hammer. They might
Yeah.
feel like they know how to, and they might be able to get the job done. But what happens if problem solving occurs and a pipe bursts?
Right.
Then now it's out of their scope of work, and they don't know what to do. Well, you should have hired the professional from the start. But I give
Yeah,
a
with some
blueprint.
things for sure.
Yeah, I give a blueprint on how it can be done. I show little videos of certain work I do, and hopefully it inspires homeowners to do it themselves. Watch YouTube
Yeah.
videos, watch my videos, do it yourself. But then if you can't do it yourself, or you're too busy, or you don't have the tools, call me. Call Sir Fix-a-Lot, and that's what I'm here for. No job has been too big or too small. And to spin off that Sir Mix-a-Lot thing, I was gonna make a commercial, and you know how Sir Mix-a-Lot has, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
I was going to coin it, I like big jobs and I cannot lie. And you know,
Okay.
I'm
I
gotta put
like
my,
big bids
I
and
gotta
I
put
cannot
my
lie.
outfit on. I need to hit you up for some beats, and we might have to make this commercial come to life soon. But for now, it's been word of mouth. It's 80% of my work has been through social media referrals and posts, and you know, doing a couple of nightclubs and sports bars
Nice.
has got the word around. But I like to build. I like to use my hands. I like to demo things. I like to see through things and install things.
If you
So,
ever need help demoing something, just give me a call because
you come through like a wrecking ball.
it's a good way to take out some aggression, huh?
Oh, it really is. It's you can do that, and it's very therapeutic. You know,
Yeah.
getting into some of the painting jobs I do or staining jobs. It becomes a soothing, you know, type of motion that you can just either watch or become part of the movement and get the work done. And it's
Yeah.
all sorts of art. So when you said artist at first, I am an artist.
You
I
are
like
an artist. You are an artist. That's
you know,
true.
uh,
I've seen
and
some of the art that you've created and some of the transformations in spaces. Like, wow, you've done
yeah,
some really cool things.
been fun. I've been a part of great teamwork. I've been a part of great teams. I've been a great productions that has
Yeah.
flown me all over the U.S. Put me in Airbnbs, car rentals, food, everything just paid for, and they just want to see me do the work. You know,
You're like a celebrity hammer swinger.
man, why not? Why not? The game is to one day put the hammer down and stop swinging it
Yeah.
and allow employees and allow the youth to come
Yeah.
through with more better creative innovative ideas and swing it for me, and I could just sit back, manage and own and lead with that, you know.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
goal.
it comes a point where I definitely want to stop swinging the hammer and just maybe be in the office and do some work. But
Yeah.
I tell you, people now are asking, well, you've got help, you've got this, why swing the hammer now? And it's important to swing. It's important for me to be out there doing the work now. For one, it's helping me gain even more experience for
Yeah.
myself. Forget about the clients and everybody else. This is for me also. It's
Yeah.
allowed to see what I'm good at and what I can be better at. And swinging the hammer has always been like a symbolic thing to where I don't need to stop it. But it's important that the client sees who they hire out there. You know, I get
Yeah.
Tom, Sally, and Hank calling me, asking me to renovate their bathroom, and I can send one of my guys out there to assist and take a bid and do the work. But sometimes the clients want to see me out there sweating, getting it done. So I don't want to disappoint. I'm always out there with my guys.
Yeah. And, you're also still kind of building, the reputation for your company and things like that. So right now it's important that you have a big hand in that, I feel like, so you can show people like this is the type of work that you can expect from me and anyone who's associated with me. If they
Right.
are, if they come from Sir Mix-a-Lot or Sir Mix-a-Lot, Lord, now I'm saying it like if they.
Hey, it's
My
a
bad,
catchy
sir.
phrase. It's a catchy phrase. But one day I want
Sir Fix-a-Lot. Well, if they coming from Sir Fix-a-Lot, that that it's going to be quality work regardless of the face of the person. Like whoever's there is going to be a quality. It's going to be quality work coming from them.
No, and it's almost an honor for you to accidentally say Sir Mix-a-Lot, because when people go up to him and say, "Hey, Sir Fix-a-Lot," I want him to feel the same type of way, like, who the heck, At the end of the day, yeah, I'm here
My
for
bad,
it.
bro. I had you mixed up with this other guy.
Hey, somebody successful. I love it. It comes a point where the company is just, I've been taking on work since 2017,
Nice.
working for somebody and taking jobs on the side. And then COVID, right before COVID hit, I had broke my ankle, sprained it. It felt like a break, and I was out of commission
Man.
the whole year. And this company was paying me unemployment, And I think during COVID, it was an extra 600 on top. So I was getting a nice, pretty penny for not doing anything while I'm recovering at home. And I
Oh, heck
remember
yeah.
home was everything had shut down, and I was kind of saddened because I'm like, I can't work out. Everyone's gonna work out without me, and
Mm.
I'm gonna diminish and fall short. But you know what? It's a blessing in disguise. I broke my ankle, and it gave me more time to figure out what I wanted to do.
Stop ripping and running for a second.
Right around
Like,
that
sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
right around that George Floyd time. Rest in peace, George Floyd.
Man, for real.
I
Rest
ended
in
up
peace.
starting a nonprofit with a group of friends, and you know, it started with the act of kindness, me just getting my barbecue grill out there and cooking for
Yeah.
the and taking to Facebook,
Pineapple
asking for
boats.
pineapple boats, asking for $1 or two from the community, and I woke up with 7,000 in my account, then 21,000. Then a group of us said, let's start a nonprofit. And after 60 days on George Floyd Square, giving out free food, free essentials, resources.
Yeah. It was like literally a store. It was dope.
Oh man, everything was closed. You couldn't get a tampon
Yeah,
or
for real.
from a corner store because they were all being looted and closed and set on fire, and the buses stopped running. So there was families that couldn't even get to where they needed, right? So
Yeah, that was
we
such an awesome thing.
my ankle being broke is not going to stop the show. I got out there, started barbecuing with this small little grill. And, you know,
Yeah,
5 years later, I've got grills the size of cars on wheels.
for real. It was so awesome.
It's a fun thing. But a
It
group
was
of us
such a movement, man. I loved it so much.
started this nonprofit, and I was so focused on that we did 70 days straight of straight free barbecue and free essentials. And we realized that our services wasn't just needed at that corner on 30th in Chicago.
Right.
We went over north. We went to East St. Paul. We to this day, you know, we just got a school book bag drive, and it gave away 2,000 book bags.
I
And
saw that was insane.
flies in it, free haircuts, free braiding. We
Love
took
it
out
so
the
much.
Salvation Army and Dave Frazier from Just Imagine Clothing Store. We gave out clothes, free barbecue. And see, now I bring this up, and it does branch off to Sir Fix-a-Lot because I started this passion with giving back to the community with no strings attached, not wanting $1 for myself, straight volunteer, straight God ministry work. You know, it made me feel good. My daughters were out there side by side, handing out food to strangers. It made me feel great. Focusing on organizing this group and being all about it, I was then coming off of my ankle being feeling better. So I'm like, I got to return to work. But working for yourself and doing this nonprofit, not doing it for profit,
Yeah.
allowed me to realize that the stuff that is for profit should be something that I admire just as much. So that kind of allowed me that time to start Sir Fix-a-Lot up and do the LLC and get the insurance and focus on the back end of the behind the scenes of starting a company, and then the showmanship of just doing the work and then posting it and being transparent and dealing with the community left and right. A lot of referrals came in because I became hood famous through doing the barbecues, that I'm like, well, now let me show them that I can do this for them. It's not just about free barbecues. It's about flipping your house and putting flooring in and drywall and coming to your emergency aid and need to fix a door that's broken, or your ex-boyfriend broke your windows and you don't know what to do at 2 a.m. with broken windows. Call Sir Fix-a-Lot up. He'll come board them up, and then the next day he'll come back at a reasonable time and measure it. And
You're a real one, man. You'll come at 2 a.m. and board up the windows. You're a real one for that.
God bless that woman's soul. But yeah, my phone's on I don't really give my
You're
number
a real
out.
one for that.
I always tell people, but it's coming to a point where I want to be on billboards. I want to have my number out. I want to be available, and I don't want to take on too much work and have people have to wait and be like, you can't get Ronnie not until January. I don't want to be that carpenter. I want to be somebody that can pull up on you the next day and get you results, and sometimes people just need a quote. They just need a free estimate, and they can decide what they want to do from there. And normally that's all it takes, So you guys need estimates on anything. It's free. Consulting me is free. Have me come to your house, your office, allow me to see the work that you desire done. Let me give you a price on it, and we work from there. We talk about the material costs, whether you guys cover it. We talk about labor services, and we talk about what you want to see at the end. I want the clients happy, so it's important. I always place myself in their homes as if it's my house. I might be the only carpenter that takes his shoes off coming into somebody's house to give an estimate. I see a lot of tradesmen come in with their work boots and trample through the house to the broken pipe, and and not having any respect for the home. And maybe the homeowners need to allow those workers to come in with their shoes. But sometimes, if I just like to treat everything like it's my house, and I come in, build something. I'm like,
they got those little slippers, you can put over your shoes too. Those are, I mean, they're disposable, so I'm not a huge fan. But maybe you could put like little rubber shoes. The little rubber ones that to keep your feet dry from outside. Maybe you could put the little rubber ones on. That way they're reusable and washable. Yeah.
Yes. See, and I've done that before. And sometimes just running around, you forget things like that.
Yeah.
In the houses.
But it's nice that you think about that and take your shoes off. Because I know I've had people come in that did that, and I've had people come in the house that didn't really do that, and it's like, ew, now I gotta mop up after your dirty feet.
Well, sometimes clients' houses, socks might be cleaner than the client's house, right? So I go into a client's house and I don't want to take my shoes off because I don't want to step on what they've got going on in their house, And sometimes I'm over there to replace flooring that is bad, So sometimes I need to keep my shoes on, but sometimes a home deserves your shoes off sometimes. So I guess that's the energy I'm coming with. I'm bringing. I don't want somebody to think that they've got to, change some things up, just because I'm coming through the door. Right?
Yeah, he's thinking about your floors, if they're going to be clean. He's going to tease you to keep them clean, okay?
Could you imagine a carpenter coming over there with muddy boots, trampling through your house, and then telling you need to get your floors done? Well, of course, now that you came through and wreaked havoc everywhere.
Since you showed up.
Exactly.
We were good till you walked through the door, sir.
Man, I've seen it. I've seen some of these contractors. So, I've started doing this as carpenter and doing carpentry. And after a while, I started bidding my own jobs and creating my own contracts. Shout out to Jonathan Mason. He helps me out creating contracts.
Nice.
So I gotta and shout out to some of the hard workers that work with me and for me: Roger, Anthony, Corey, aka Bud, Clay. There's just you can't. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but sometimes it takes a team to get a job done too. And I'm nothing without the team. So at the end of the day, Sir Fix-A-Lot, it just houses different workers, and we do different things. We got landscapers, we got plumbers and stuff like that.
Nice.
I want to be all around the board and be able to provide service for more than just one need.
Yeah, it seems like you're actually pretty versatile. I know in other conversations that we've had about Sir Fix-A-Lot, you have a pretty wide array of things that you do. I know you said you don't want to spread yourself too thin, but you do have a pretty versatile crew and people that you work with and things that you guys can handle. So
we do.
Most things covered.
And again, I don't like to tell a client no, but I have to, reality sets in. I say, I know some people, I can call.
Let me make a few phone calls, huh? Let's see what I can do.
Behind my mission statement, I don't like to send over an electrician that doesn't have my mindset, So the people I send over to these homes are people I've had lunch with and I've sat down, I've worked with before, and I see how they conduct themselves. And I say, mind being a part of their team, their movement, and I wouldn't mind them being a part of mine. So I've reached out to those guys, and I get them work, and and it's reciprocated. They give me the work. There's all sorts of services I provide, from doing flooring to, if you need your ceilings replaced, I tear down the old ceiling, put up new ones, put recessed lighting in. And so recessed lighting is electrical stuff. So I do light electrical, but I respect electricity too much to play around. I'll call a professional, one of my guys who's a bonded electrician, and he gets the job done. There's things where I replace sheetrock walls, holes in walls, all the way to building houses, building fences, privacy fences, chain link fences, temporary fences, all sorts of fences, from framing it to building it to staining it to doing decks, creating.
I've seen some of
I've
your
got
decks that you
house.
built. They're nice. The ones you shared. Yeah. Super nice.
Man, yep. All hands on deck. That one. I've got a job coming up where they're having a pool in their backyard, and we've got to excavate 30 feet down, 20 feet down, and build a pool. So
you're going to do an in-ground pool? Oh my gosh,
yes.
That's exciting.
And, somebody's pulling me in, and we're going to do it as a team together, but I'm so I can't wait for
That's going to be really fun.
I like challenging myself and creating new work for myself, and that comes with having all sorts of jobs all over the board, pouring concrete. I do exterior work, interior work, from bathroom remodels to cabinet, kitchen, counter remodels,
whole entire kitchen remodels.
Whole entire house, man. If it needs to be fixed, I want to fix it. All the way down to small jobs, and it's a spin off that I like jobs, and I cannot lie, but I like little jobs too. Mounting TVs. A lady called me over to her house the other day, and little did she know I was across town. I came over, and sometimes I should ask the clients prior, what are you getting into?
You probably should always ask the clients prior.
Now from here on out, I'm going to ask.
You need a little cheat sheet of questions you ask.
This lady had a fan on her ceiling, and one of those drawstrings that you pull it once for the light, and you pull it harder for the fan, and different settings, right? Well, this must have broke off prior to me getting there. She needed to know how she could operate this without the string. And I get over there, and I take off the cap of the fan, and there's just a little piece of string hanging that she could have attached more string to, or just replace a longer beaded rope type of thing. Ironically, inside I was kind of laughing, like, you called me
for
all the way
this?
over here. I just left this $100 demo job on the other side of town. I told my guys I'll be right back. Came over.
Hang on, I gotta get a cat out of a tree. Look at ass.
God bless her heart. I still was able to help her out, and I'm not complaining by any means. She could call me
so
again
cute.
for the same job twice.
All I see is a little old lady like holding her cat, like, thank you, Mr. Thank you, Sir Fix-a-Lot.
If it was that,
so
I
cute.
think she was in her prime. I think she could have figured it out. However, sometimes you're too busy to figure it out, and guess what? What happens if she didn't have a Phillips?
Yeah.
What happens if she didn't want to? So sometimes they just don't know what goes into just fixing something, and it might be a simple. It
seems simple to you, but maybe to them it's not simple too. Everybody doesn't have the same talents and skill sets, like you said.
So I did. Yeah, exactly. So I'm here for it all. And
she was like, "Oh shit! I lost the whole string. What do I do?" Man, my son's an electrician. I would have called him. I would have been like, "Ah."
Yeah, see, that would have got it done. He
would have said the same thing to me, Mom. You could have literally just stuck a string on this.
Yeah, there's a few things I could tell clients that they could do and should do. Sometimes I have to be charismatic about it and just realize that their late husband used to be the one fixing everything, and she doesn't want to go out there and touch that fence. She hasn't touched it in the past. Can you go resurrect it and fix it? Yeah, exactly. So I'm here for it.
That's awesome. I love that so much. And other conversations we had too. We've talked about you wanting to help mentor the youth and start maybe bringing some younger folks under your wing. How's that going? Is that something that you're still thinking about doing, or?
Well, me and you talked about it, and it planted another seed in my head that I want to get that going. I was just getting some of these bigger contracts out of the way.
You said, I know when we talked about it, you were really busy at the time, so you were super packed.
This fall or even this winter time, I do want to create a team or have, I get a lot of inbox on my social media from single mothers or even just mothers that are happily married. And they have sons or daughters that are teenagers and they want to learn. And, the quickest thing is to someone to say, go to Summit Academy. But I never went to Summit Academy. I don't think you can help teach yourself, or you can learn up under somebody that's done it. And I want to start a program. I adore and I see. And it's crazy because Summit Academy is like the only type of thing doing this. And I know there's other programs, but I haven't seen them. I want to be one of those programs.
Yeah, look, we need multiple. One place can't house everybody. There's waiting lists and all that. We need multiple people doing these things. This is great.
And I want to take these kids on real jobs, not just
hands-on learning is great.
Take them. I want to pay them for their time. I want to pay them to
teach you paid
them.
Apprenticeship.
Like, you don't have to pay me. You should, but you don't. I can pay you. And you're only going to get better and better. And with me over you, helping you and teaching you, honing your skills, one day you could take your set of skills and you could start your business, and you can move and power up that way. And I would encourage anybody to do that. I've got 3 daughters. My daughters are 27 or almost 27, 26 and 25. And they've been my life for, I've been a dad for so long.
I feel it.
And I had a son recently, and he's 2.
Oh my God. Holy start over.
I know, 23 years later. Yeah, it's crazy. However, I'm here for it. This is make me a bigger, better version of myself. He's a walking, talking reason to rehabilitate, to be better every time. And a lot of this company, me starting, is because he is like the wind beneath my wings. He's going to elevate me to be better. And watching my daughters grow and excel has taught me things. They teach me things a lot. So being a better parent is key, and coming with either generational or at least knowledge to help him, to show him
something to pass down to him. Skill. To
pour concrete in the driveway and build a house. My son's 2. He helped me build a couple fences at one. Helped load endless amount of concrete and wood in my car. I've got videos.
That is so cute.
So I'm literally standing my son at 1, learning this trade. And
wait till he tells the stories. Man, I've been doing this since I was 1 year old.
Right? I've got him up underneath me, and he's probably one of the best employees I got. He's he pays attention to detail, and he's so short and little that I only have to pay him half of what I pay the other. So
and he doesn't eat as much.
It works out for me. No, he doesn't eat as much or take any breaks. His whole time is breaking. But he makes the job safe fun. So I throw a hard hat on him, and we get it done. Some jobs I can't have him on site, right?
That's
but jobs, I try, and if he can't, then I've got a dog to fill in his place, and my dog swings. So it's a family business. I got to keep it family. But my game plan with my son is to create this company and allow him to flourish with it, one day when he's
they get to grow together.
Help dad and take take over. He'll probably know everything by 20 and can help me not swing the hammer, and he can be, and hopefully this company, not even hopefully, when this company soars higher and higher, it's for him and it's for my daughters. It's for my family, So yeah, I just don't want to sit back and feel like, because I'm in my late 40s, it's time for vacations and sit down. No, it's steady grind time. He's made me have to reinvent myself. And, throughout the years, that's what life's about, reinventing yourself. And I've been a brick mason. I've been a massage therapist. I've been a carpenter. I've been probation officer.
What?
I've tried it all, man, and it's crazy,
I missed that era.
That era came when I was 27, and I actually applied. I had my first daughter when I was 20. What was I? 22, 23, and I needed to watch during the day while my ex-wife worked during the day, and so I find a nighttime job. So I went out and applied everywhere, and I applied at this therapy pool at Regents Hospital. I came in there with like a 3-piece suit and got the interview, went home that next night. The next day, she said she was going to call me and let me know if I got the job. She called and said, I didn't give you the job, and I'm going to tell you why. You came in a 3-piece suit into a therapy pool that was like 102 degrees in this room, and you didn't fit the candidate position for this, but I was so impressed by your interview. I went home and talked to my fiance, who is a lead supervisor at Ramsey County Juvenile Probation Human Services, and we feel you're a fit for him. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm just looking for a job. Throw me the job. So he gave me his number. I went for the next day to Ramsey County, had the interview, and it was for administrative assistant for the probation office at first. Well, at that job, he told me he'd give me a call the next day and we'll go. Well, crazy me being that age in my 20s, I know how to adapt to all environments, and I came dressed and impressed, ready for that interview. And night I went out to Wild Onion back in the day, and I had some drinks, and I ended up, I dressed, I was in my 20s. I dressed like I was in my 20s, and I even had a diamond grill. And I ran into that gave me an interview for Ramsey County and in the nightclub that same night. And I was beating myself up because he said hi, and I'm like, hi, and I just looking like Paul Walls. People, man, it was funny, man, and my hat was cocked.
No,
it was insane. Well, that guy, he ended up calling me the next day saying, you're exactly who I want in the office, and not just for administrative assistant. I want you to be an assistant to the POs. I want you to go pick up clients on furloughs. I want you to transport them to the jail. I want you to pick them up, help them find group home, job placements, take them, give them drug tests, breathalyzer, hook up ankle monitors on them. So
that must have been a crazy job, bro. That must have been wild.
It started off crazy, and then the real came in, and he offered to pay the county 80% of my tuition if I went back to school to get a bachelor's in criminal. So I did that. I went to Metro State. I went to Brown College Institution, got a bachelor's in criminal justice, and fast forward a million years, I don't utilize it now, but that time wild. I was able to get jobs at Red Wing Correctional Facility. I was able to get jobs at 180 Degrees, hooking up adults on ankle monitoring. And it started me in that profession, and it was great. It was great. Great benefits. The pay was neither here nor there, but then I ended up finding a job that paid more, and it was 7 years later I started doing massage therapy, and I made more money doing that.
I bet, yeah.
And I'm working for a chiropractor.
Oh, you worked for a chiropractor's office?
Life.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so I was making more money at the time doing that, and it wasn't what I loved because the criminal justice system to me was just a joke.
It's an injustice system.
I didn't like it in Minnesota, And, fast forward when they killed George Floyd on, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to follow suit in there. Now, I encourage the young youth to be police officers. I can encourage the youth to be probation officers and correct it. It just wasn't for me. And so I had to reinvent myself again. And now in my 40s, picking up concrete and wood all day is you think I would want a desk job, but I welcome this hard labor work, and I craft for it, and I want to focus on it, and I want to make a client smile. That's just as good as receiving a check, asking me to come back and helping out more. And sometimes I go over there just to do minute work, but later on they call me back to do a huge project.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that's what it's all about with Surf Fix a Lot. It's just continuing to excel, continuing to grow. Right when I get, anybody out there that knows contracting, it's not just the trade of work you do. It's also facilitating all these other workers up under your umbrella and getting the on like a totality type of circumstance, getting the job done. And it's kept me busy. It really does. There's nights where I don't get off until 9-10 p.m. There's nights I've worked. I had to do 11,000 square foot of flooring for a school over the weekend. It was autistic a facility, and their kids aren't subject to changes in the school dramatically because it might.
Some kids are, some autistic people are triggered by that. Yeah.
So we had to get it done in one weekend. We couldn't have a construction site come Monday. So I remember working from 6 a.m. one day to 6 a.m. the next day just to get a contract.
Wow.
So there's times where you got to sacrifice quality time with your loved ones or sleep and just
sleep.
Man, and able to sleep for 3 days after that. But that was I got the job done. When we set a deadline, I want to stand up to it and get it done.
I feel that. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Especially when it's a special case scenario,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's about making the clients happy, y'all.
Man, Fix a Lot's all about. And so I don't know if now is a good time to share like how people can get in contact with me.
That's perfect. Yeah. I was going to ask you if someone wanted to help you, supporting you in this endeavor with helping, with starting to teach the youth. I know you got some things going on this winter. You're going to be going through a lot of stuff. Like if people want to get involved and help you with that, or they have resources that they can bring to you for that, or anyone who would like to hire you for your services or, just support you in any way, how can people get in contact with you, and what's the best way that they can support you?
Right on. Well, there's a couple ways you can get a hold of me. We already talked about the social media, so I can start there and say if you're and forgive me, everybody. I have like Instagram and my social media presence is my personal page. I will be getting a business page and a website for Surf Fix a Lot soon enough. However, I showcase a lot of that under Ronnie Guy. If you were to go to Instagram, it'd be Team Twin. I got a twin brother, so it's Team Twin, and you can follow me there. And I normally showcase all my work through my stories, and then some of the work I'll post it. Also, you can go on Facebook, and I'm under Ronnie L Guy, so it's RONNIE. Capital L for my middle name and then GUI for my last name. Or simply call me. My telephone number is 612-701-9737. Feel free to text me, call me, send me pictures of your needs, and we can consult like that. I'm an independent contractor. You're dealing with just me. I'm sending myself out there to do the work. I might have some of the guys that work with me help me. But at the end of the day, we're going to sign some type of contract and get your job done and your project. You can also email me at guyronney Ronnie41@gmail.com. And let's think of another way you can get a hold of me. You know that bat signal that when you look for Batman and you throw that light in the air? I'm going to come out with one of those lights where if it shines in the air and it says Sir Fix-a-Lot, I'm going to be on my way. I'm going to be
The
on my way.
fixed signal.
Man, all you need to do is throw the hammer in the sky when I hear that thing hit the ground.
Bird.
Yep. So it's fun with the Sir Fix-a-Lot thing. I'm playing with it a lot, but I am so for real and so serious about this.
Yeah.
Like, where's your merchandise? And
Yeah, we need the bearded logo, man.
Yep. So that
I make logos if you want that legit.
Yes, I do want it legit. So yes, I will be hitting you up for that. So right now, some of my guys, I've got Sir Fix-a-Lot shirts and hats and stuff like
dope.
that, but I haven't been throwing that out there. I haven't been throwing that out there because I want the work to resonate. I want the work to show my showmanship. I don't want to be all in the videos dancing, even though I do. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be known for merch. I don't want to be. I want to be known for getting your floor together, installing your door, and getting your office together and your nightclub together. The shirts would be for like me and my employees.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, and it took a while. You kind of want to get your licensing and your insurance right before you want to throw your shirt on one of the employees out there. So it's a lot of trial and tribulations I'm going through, but the work is there and the work is ready. When they call me for the work, I want to be ready just to do the job, So the Sir Fix-a-Lot name and logo and everything, that's fun to play with. But right now I'm really focused on
for sure.
Right now. All that good stuff is coming. Can't wait for a webpage to come. And I can't wait for the fall and winter to be here because I will be bringing youth into what I got going on. And, whether it starts off with a small group of youth and we have a set amount of time and I can teach you a set of skills. That's what I'm here for, and then, utilize the kids in the future because we all say it, the youth is our future, we're old. So that's what I'm setting up for my son. That's what I want to set up for your son. That's what I want to set up for your daughters. And then there's adults that want too. I'm for it. There's a couple men and women in my inbox asking for work. I can't wait to find the perfect job to bring them in.
Yeah.
Because I do want to have a reliable team I'm working with. And it's not about finding people that have done it long. You could have had just started. As long as you're a good listener and you're reliable and you're on time, that goes a long way. Everything else is self-taught. And again, I want innovative ideas. I got one of my guys, Corey, team. He's always coming up with, ideas, thinking outside the box. While we're staring at a project, trying to figure out what we're going to do for the solution, I like to hear different ideas from different people, whether they are skilled or not. They come with those ideas and we just go from it and we make beautiful pieces and do cool things.
Absolutely. That's what happens when you get a bunch of masterminds together, man. Start coming up with masterpieces.
Oh, yeah. Man. So everybody, you guys, you see the name,
yes,
you see
please.
The number on there.
Get in contact with Ronnie. Get yourself some Sir Fix-a-Lot, action going on. Whatever you need done, remodeled, fixed, rewired. He's got the people to do it, or he's gonna do it himself. You guys, like all the things. If you haven't yet, just take a moment to gander through the social medias and enjoy some of the transformations. I think you'll just be impressed with that. And everything else, the work speaks for itself.
Thank you. And I can't wait to have somebody on my marketing team. I'm doing all of this stuff by myself, posting these videos. It's kind of hard.
It's a lot.
Swing the hammer, holding the phone, swinging the hammer, but I get it done. I edit it and I put the work out there to show that I'm doing it. And it seems like I'm working 7 days a week, 24 hours. But no, I do allow
Yeah,
myself time.
good, because you got to do that.
The work I do, I definitely want to put it out there in abundance.
Yeah.
So, all it takes is someone to share at one time, and I got the job that I really were waiting for, or they've got the contractor they've been really waiting for. So
absolutely. Beautiful symbiosis. Everybody wins. Before we wrap things up today and I let you go, I wanted to ask you a question. I ask everybody this question. So if you could give the community, the village, one wake the fuck up message, what would it be?
Call me. What? Wake up.
Wake up, call me.
Call me. Thanks a lot. I mean, like, again, you guys can do these projects yourself. You can hire the next person. But what I'm coming through with, and it's the team I've got is it comes from all walks of life, where I've got older guys on the team, younger guys on the team, black guys on the team, white guys on the team, essays on the team, all sorts of people on my team. But honestly, where I hail from, it's ethnic team, and we're so motivated with creative ideas that you definitely want us on your next build.
Nice. So that's the wake the fuck up, y'all. Call Sir Fix-a-Lot. That's what you need to do. The number's right there. I got the number on there right. Is that number correct?
I'm over fixing things, so it better be correct. Yep, that's correct.
Right. You better fix it if it's not.
That's correct. You gotta follow me and stay tuned for some of the work I got coming up.
Linda said, I wish you lots of luck in your journey. And Anthony said, good seeing you, bro.
Oh, Anthony's a stand-up dude right there. Thank you, Linda. Thank you.
That's awesome, Ronnie. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Love you coming on the show tonight and telling us all about your journey to Sir Fix-a-Lot and how you got here and just, what you've been going through since you started. And it's awesome to hear. It's like a love story. It's a success story. You know what I mean? It's a happily ever after. And that's dope. I love that for you so much. And I too wish you lots of success and prosperity in your journey. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep being you. Keep being your authentic self. You'll win.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for having me. And I can't wait to stay tuned into the juice
please,
and check out a lot more.
Gratitude.
So I appreciate
absolutely. You. Yeah, have a great rest of your night.
Oh. My sister said hi.
Oh, tell her. I love her. I hope she's well, man. And she doesn't live in Minnesota still. She's still gone, right?
Yeah, she lives in Vegas. She was just here. She was just here.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she surprised she's here. Yeah,
kids getting big and stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, her daughter and her son are there. Yeah,
they're huge now. I know.
Yeah. But yeah, she did say hi. So
gratitude. Please send her lots of love and peace for me. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, gratitude. Appreciate you coming on the show. And yeah, we'll see you soon. I'm sure I'll be in contact. Peace. All right, y'all. So we are going to play a song, and then I will be back after the song to have a little chat with you guys. This right here is C Nova featuring Newells, In Your City, right here on the Juice. Y'all keep it locked in. We'll be right back.
Maybe the lights too diminished. Maybe our love had a limit. Maybe I broke your heart and couldn't fix it, but that's on me. We grew from a dream, then it all broke down. It wasn't guaranteed, said I left all alone. Now she going back home, back to the city. She gonna do great things better than she could when she with me. Late night when it hits me, when the city falls asleep and my anxiety keeps me real shifty. That's when I need you the most, but I'd rather make a toast to the girls who ain't with me. Like shout out to the ones that lost me. Hope you regret the day that you ever crossed me, but it's no hard feelings. I had to love myself, and that's what all this shit taught me. Love. And I'm in your city for just one night, so pull up on me.
I want you when you want me. I want you when you want me.
But I'm in your city. But I'm in your city.
You want me.
ain't mine, you still mine. Can't get you out of my mental, baby, cause we so sad. Put your pride aside, see your flaws and potential, put it all on the line. Even though the signs, red flags in the distance, but baby, we so aligned, your soul is mine.
Why you playing games? You know that's lame. We way too grown for that. I know we've been through some change. Don't hold on to that. Life's too short just to let it pass on by.
And I'm in your city for just one night, so pull up on me.
I want you when you want me. I want you when you want me.
But I'm in your city. But I'm in your city.
You want me. I want you. I want you.
And I'm in your city for just one night, so pull up on me.
I want you when you want me. I want you when you want me.
But I'm in your city. But I'm in your city.
You want me. I want you. I want you.
I'm in your city.
In Your City, right there by C Nova and featuring Newells, y'all. 2 Minnesota artists. Shout out to y'all. Gratitude for that dope song right there. And for sending in your music. If you're an artist and you would like to get your music possibly played on the Juice, send it in for consideration anyways, please feel free to do that. I would love to hear your music and check out some of your art. Send MP3s with your artist name, social media information, and where you're from to the juicebookings@gmail.com. Also, if you are a business owner, organization, leader, owner, and would like to come on and talk about what you got going on, love to chat with you. Would love to bring you to the village and have you be part of the community. Please send me some information. Send me a bio. Send me what do you got going on? What's your information or what's your business? What's your organization? And social media information, where you're from. Also to the juicebookings@gmail.com. I would love to just see what you guys have going on and bring you on, have you be part of the topics of conversation for the evening. So I have we're going to be ending the Juice here shortly today because I had 2 cancellations in one night, and they were last minute cancellations. And so I just really felt like I was going to take a couple minutes to just chat with you guys real quick because the Juice is something that is important to me and I take very seriously. I started the Juice way back in 2015, and I did about 4.5 seasons of it, and then I stopped. Excuse me. And one of the main reasons why I stopped was because it started to feel as if I was overextending myself for people, and it didn't feel like it was reciprocated necessarily. Now, don't get me wrong, because first and foremost, I have to give love and show gratitude for the people who do always show up, and the people who always, they come to their interviews on time. They give me the information that I need, all of that kind of stuff. Like, gratitude for the people who do take it serious regardless. But there were a lot of people who would not take it serious, and I had a lot of cancellations over those years, and no call, no shows, like last minute cancellations, and just, every excuse you can imagine in the book, which, anytime we don't want to do something, it's really easy to come up with an excuse. I'm a human too, so I get it. Like, it's funny how people think that when they talk to you, like, you're not a human too, and you don't get it. Like, first of all, that a lot of times they're lying to you. And second of all, that, like, shit happens, stuff comes up. But, like, my thing is, for a scenario like this show is a weekly show. It's live. It's very dependent on you actually following through with your commitment that you've made. So when someone decides that they're going to come on the show, whether they ask to come on the show or whether they're invited on the show, either way, a commitment is made. And a lot of times, majority of the time, the commitment has been made at least a couple weeks in advance. So you had plenty of time to know that you needed to be somewhere at a specific time, and also the information that is required for me to be able to do my job and fulfill my commitment, of getting, proper promotional materials available. And the juice is not the only thing that I do in my world, in my life. As a matter of fact, it's something that I added to an already pretty full plate. And the juice is something that I have, up until recently, I never charged anyone a dime to come on the juice. There's a lot of shows out here now that have popped up over the last few years. And some of those shows, from what I've heard, charge a pretty decent amount of money to do interviews. I've heard hundreds of dollars even for some people. I've heard some people be charged hundreds of dollars to go on some shows that even people who were on the juice before and paid $0 paid lots of money to go on other shows before. So the point is that there is a great value that has been provided via the juice for many years, and without asking for anything in return other than the respect of actually fulfilling your commitment. And I think that's a pretty fair thing to ask, is that if you book yourself for a spot, for a show, that you make a valiant effort to show up. And in the event that something should happen, an emergency or something of the sort should happen, then something like that is understandable. It's understandable. We're human. Things happen. But emergencies don't happen as often as people would like you to believe that they do. Also, someone not no call, no showing, or canceling last minute, those types of scenarios create more of a work for me. And they create more hassle for me, because one of two things has to happen. Either I have to fill in the dead air, or I have to just shorten the show, which is what I'm going to do tonight, because I am not going to fill the entire rest of the show with music or me talking. The whole point of the juice is to bring on businesses and organizations and artists to promote themselves. The juice is something that is for the community, by the community. It is the community. This is the village. I'm one little drop in the bucket of the village. I'm just me. There's just me. But there's so many of you out there, whether you're a supporter who listens to the show and supports these artists and these business owners, or whether you're a business owner, or whether you're an artist or organization. All of the community is the reason why the show exists. So really I do it for you guys. I do it for me too, because I'm part of the community, but there's more of you guys than there is of me. So if I'm the only one putting in all the effort, though, that's not really that's not aligned with me. And that's not something that I'm willing to do. I'm not willing to deplete myself to continue to support everyone else, if that makes sense. And it's not because I don't have a love for it. It's simply because if we're making commitments to something but choosing not to show up to it, it creates a problem. And I can't sit here in dead air for a whole hour, and I don't have anything to talk about business wise, or that wasn't how the show was created. That's not how the platform works. That's not the That's not how it works. That's not how it was meant to go. If it was meant to go that way, then I would be fully prepared for something like that. But last minute cancellations, day of or day before, are just not. They're not going to work. And so, with that being said, I have already had, this is the eighth show back, and I've already had multiple cancellations. Multiple. I had multiple just in one show. And I actually redid my promo materials for the show because I had a last minute cancellation. So I didn't want to include that person in the promo stuff. So I redid the promo stuff and then had another cancellation. Do you see? Could you imagine if I was paying someone to do the promo material? I'm so grateful that I'm a videographer and can shoot my own stuff and edit my own stuff. And I'm grateful that I'm a graphic designer, so I can create my own flyers and create my own everything. So luckily, I'm the one who creates everything. But also, the flip side to that coin is that I'm the one who creates everything. So that's something that I get to do, but also something that, it takes time. And effort. And my rambling on point is that I'm looking for my village and my community that I'm supporting to reciprocate that support back. In a sense of like following through. It's about follow through. I guess is huge. That's a big thing, is the follow through for me, because we're all adults here. Nobody that has come on the show, actually, I take that back, because in the past, I actually had a 13-year-old young man on the show who was an artist, and he showed up on a school night. So we can't even say that it's anything to do with age. We're all grown adults here, though, and if you're an adult and you make a commitment to something, you know what date you made the commitment for. Put it in your calendar. Write it down. Make sure that you get the person the things that they need. I always keep you guys well informed, so you always know what you need from me, material-wise, right away when you book with me. And it's pretty straightforward, If you get the stuff to me in a timely manner, I can get all the things done in a timely manner, and we can promote in a timely manner, and then we can do the show, and you can be promoted to the people. That's the whole point. The whole point is for us to start supporting one another, purchasing from one another. This is why I do what I do. And so I'm just looking to you guys to fulfill your commitment to this. Because I got harassed, like literally harassed for 5 years. I stopped doing the juice because of this type of stuff. And 5 years I was harassed to bring this show back. So I have brought the show back, and all I'm asking you guys to do is fulfill your end of the commitment. I have asked people to, this season has been the first time, but I have started asking people to, give a gift of $20 whenever they do an interview. So some people have been able to do that, and I'm really grateful for that. And some people have not been able to do that. And, that's something that I have an understanding for. And so I don't judge anything like that at all. I mean, I can never judge somebody else's life. If you really know me, you already know I'm not going to judge somebody for things that they have going on in their life. So that's why I had left it open as an option. But the reason that I had even started asking people to give a gift of $20 was because when people have skin in the game, they're less inclined to just blow it off as nothing. And $20 isn't something that hopefully it hurts anybody's pockets, right? It's something that's an easy investment in yourself and in your community and in a platform that supports the community. Also, really what it does is it's not lining my pockets, but it does help me keep this platform running. I do pay out of my own pocket for the streaming service that this is running on right now. So, that's the thing about the juice is it's always been something that I put a lot of effort into, a lot of my energy into, and I actually invest my own money into, including my time and things like that. So, I am the type of person that I have a lot of avenues that I can go after. I'm multifaceted, and I love to learn. I love to expand myself and explore. And I love doing the juice, but it's not something that I will want to do if I feel like I'm going to be overextending myself and there's like a complete lack of appreciation in that. Do you see what I'm saying? Does everybody understand that? Like, do you understand that? Like, do you get that? It's not something that I'm trying to like sound like I'm nagging or whatever. It's more so just like the respect of what effort and time and energy that I put into this. And it's not even for me, it's for us, and it's for you. I don't promote your business because it brings me anything. It doesn't give me anything. It doesn't bring me business. It doesn't, like, promoting your business doesn't put money in my pocket. Or it doesn't make, it doesn't build my skill set. It doesn't so it's not for me in that sense. It's for all of us. And I feel like that's how I benefit from it, is because we are all part of this community together. And I'm really big on us doing these things together, supporting one another, promoting one another, and being bonded, you know what I mean? In a sense, and being able to look for people like my last guest that was just on, he's somebody, when I look at him, I see him as, I could see how someone would want to have him to come into their home to fix something, even if it's something as simple as like the light switch that lady needed the string pulled for. Because the thing about it is that he doesn't just come in and fix things. He builds relationships with people. And that's what this is about. The juice is about building relationships with one another and introducing you to the people who like to listen and the people who are looking for, what you do or what you offer, or even just curious, like what kind of businesses are going on in the city, or what kind of artists are, what kind of music is being played right now, who's making what music, That's why I feel like people come to the juice. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's why y'all come here. And so it's not necessarily for melody. Y'all don't come here just to see me and hear me talking shit all damn night. Yeah, y'all come here to see the businesses and to hear the music. I'm just like a really dope perk to all that, But at the end of the day, ultimately, what I'm asking of my village, my crew, my people, my community, is for you guys to start taking the juice serious if you see the value in it. And if you see the value in it, I would love to see you helping to promote the juice, supporting in any way that you can. And, just helping to make this happen. And if you do take a spot on the juice, just fulfill your commitment. Because I do have a shit list, and I really hate to start wielding that around like it's some kind of threat. But at the end of the day, the shit list that I have is because I come in contact with so many people. I will forget these things if I didn't write them down. So I write them down because I refuse to continue to put myself into a situation with somebody who has shown me who they are. I don't need to be told twice, 3 times, and 4. I get it the first time. And so I keep notes of that. I keep notes of why I put somebody on the shit list and the day in which they were put on it. And that's what I do. So that's the thing is you might blow it off as it's no big deal, but you will not be asked to come on my show again. And if you ask to come on my show, the answer will be respectfully no. And that's because my time, my energy is valuable, and I value myself. I value my time. I value my energy greatly. And so if someone else does not value my time and my energy and my effort, then I will not give them a chance to do that again. Peace, Bukwan, my love. How are you? God, I love you so much. I hope you are well. So that's all that there is with that. So with that being said, moving forward, I am going to require a deposit for interviews, just because I feel like if you have some skin in the game, so to speak, for lack of a better term, then people will not be so quick to just write it off as no big deal. I already have people booked. So people who are already booked, if you paid, then cool. If you didn't and weren't able to, then that's cool. I'm not really going to harass those people. But moving forward, yeah, there's going to be a deposit implemented for sure. And it's required, it's not going to be a request anymore, simply because I don't want to be played with. My time's not to be played with. All the effort and energy that I put into this to make this happen every week is not to be played with. And I don't think that your time and your energy is to be played with either. And again, it's not even about like me being paid. It's about the platform is covered, and it's about the fact that you're actually going to show up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to show up. And it's not because I want to keep your money if you don't show up. It's because, and I will, it's because I want you to show up. I want you to be there. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I told the people who, whoever came on the show that didn't pay it was always an option, because it was like, if you can't, I still want you to be on the show. It's not about the money. But for me now, in order for me to continue to put my energy, as much energy as has to be put into the juice, in order for me to continue to put my energy into this, I have to have the contract, like, of commitment. I have to have the proof that you're going to show up. And so that's just what it's going to be, y'all. The reciprocation of energy and the reciprocation of commitment. And I hope that you can see that is something that I'm doing in a rooted in love for myself, especially, because that's where it starts, is self-love. And, if we're going to do a show where I'm going to be sitting and talking by myself to the camera, it's not going to be about businesses and independent artists. No disrespect at all. My show would be talking to you about healing and ascending and enlightenment and spirituality and crystals and tarot cards. Like, we wouldn't be talking about businesses unless we were talking about my own businesses. Do you see what I'm saying? So I want to continue to do the juice. I want to continue to promote businesses. I want to continue to promote the independent artists and the independent organizations. I love y'all. I want to keep pushing, or not keep pushing, but I want to keep building community and building the village and bring us together. You know what I'm saying? I am a firm believer that unity is the answer to many things, and that if we come together and we remember our true power and we stop allowing them to divide us, that we're unstoppable. And so that's why I do this. That's what the juice is all about, bringing us together so that we can be that unstoppable force. But if y'all are with me on that, if y'all have that same type of vision, then come on and make it happen with me. But if we're just playing games in this juice world right here, if we're just like, if this is just a joke, let me know. Let me know it's a joke so that I can laugh too, but I can laugh my ass off somewhere else to do something that's real. that isn't going to be taken as a joke. You see what I'm saying? So, I love what I do. I love supporting you guys. I just need you guys to be serious too. Take it serious too. Imagine what we can do if we take something like this serious, a platform like this serious. As serious and as much energy that people will exert on the negative, low vibrational bullshit, the drama, the beefs, the celebrity fucking bullshit, crushes and loves and breakups and cheatings and babies and all the crap that doesn't matter, because I promise you they give zero fucks about you. If you guys can support all that kind of stuff, we can also support not just the juice, but just any avenue that is doing positive stuff and creating space for community to be made, and for, us to start building our own wealth, building our own generational wealth, building our own community wealth, changing the way that we live. That's what it's all about. So I'm here to do that with you guys. If you're here to do that with me, let me know. Let me know what y'all want. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm open to communication on it. I'm open to questions. I'm open to suggestions and ideas. I'm open to sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor, I do have sponsorship tiers. If anyone's interested in that, please let me know. Anyone who does like the juice and likes to listen, I'm always open for you to support as well, in any way, shape, or form. And I'd love to support you. If you have something going on, if you've got a business, hit me up. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. That's why I come on here every Monday and sit in your guys' faces and talk to you and bring you people, because I want to support you. So let's do it. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else really to be said about that. So in the meantime, in between time, I do have one spot open for next Monday. The rest of the evening is filled, but I have one spot open. I don't think I have my phone with me, y'all. I think my phone is in this other room. I think it's upstairs. Let me just look real quick and see what time slot I have open. I have Monday next week. I have the 8:15 slot open. So if anybody wants to put their business on for 8:15, I have a business opening for 8:15. So hit me up. Let's do that. Otherwise, moving forward, I have some other spots open as well for September. September's pretty open at the moment. So let me know if you are an artist and you'd like to get on, or if you're a business owner, organization, and you'd like to get on. I'd love to support you. So let's make it happen, y'all. I love y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a fabulous rest of your week. Peace, love, and positive energy in all that you do. And let's make this an amazing thing. I'm going to play a song, that I haven't played in a really long time, since back in the day when the juice was on. This is Alan Awesome. He has this song Levitate. I used to play this song, and this is like nostalgia from old school juice, y'all. So Alan Awesome, Levitate. This is a dope ass song, and I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Peace, love, and positive energy to all of you. Please feel free to hit me up if you would like to get on the juice and send me your music. I want to hear it. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.
Hustle-nomics.
Don't need nobody for this trip, man. I'm on my own. Y'all probably wouldn't wanna come no way. That's why this my zone. Feel like I'm levitating. Feel like I'm levitating. Sometimes I feel like I'm heaven sitting hellbound.
DJ
Yeah.
Hustle-nomics.
Don't need nobody for this trip, man. I'm on my own. Y'all
probably wouldn't wanna come no way. That's why this my zone. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. Synthetic swagger, your flow is indicated. My style is unpredictable, nigga. Watch me illustrate it. Although premeditated, please don't call it murder. Cause I told you once before that my head gone. Push up after push up, cause I'm headstrong. If you think you gon' bully me, then you did wrong. I'm tired of standing down and niggas taking heads off. Disarm you mentally first, boy, my mind shout. You drown in deep thought, I'm mind shock. How can I be the light when I'm dark? My complexion is a blessing from the sun, God. How can you achieve what you conceive if you subpar? I'm just demonstrating, demonstrating, demonstrating. After meditating, meditating, meditating. If you say you on my level, then you levitating. I'm Peter Pan, fly boy, take off in Neverland. Rested on the clouds, exhaling headband. World in my hand, moon in my eyes. The sun is my crown, God is alive. Don't need nobody for this trip, man. I'm on my own, I'm on my own. Y'all probably wouldn't wanna come no way. That's why this my zone. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. I burn hate like fuel, hot air balloons. I go higher the more I pull. The strings that are attached create a web. And who do you think God favors, the spider or the fly? Splats, I step on air. Feeling like I belong in the air up there. If you feeling like I'm wrong, I really don't care. Maybe that's why I'm so light. Let nothing weigh me down. You may say I'm impolite. I know, right? What's your plight? Sun shines bright on the children of the night. Man, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Listen close, and you should hear 'em. Don't need nobody for this trip, man. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Y'all probably wouldn't wanna come no way. That's why this my zone. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating. Don't need nobody for this trip, man. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Y'all probably wouldn't wanna come no way. That's why this my zone. Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating.
You are watching.
Feel like I'm levitating, 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 levitating.
You are watching. You are watching a master at work.